The Bengals hold their collective breaths as number 9 Joe Burrow pulls up lame on day 2 of Bengals training camp. Mike Petraglia outside Paycor Stadium and right across the street from the Kettering Health practice fields. We're here on Thursday. Joe Burrow, during an 11-on-11 drill, stepped up in the pocket and stepped out to his right on a scramble drill, and he pulled up lame. After about 4 or 5 steps, he grabbed at his right calf, fell to the turf. He was on the ground for about 3 to 5 minutes while Bengals training staff and medical personnel tended to him. They loaded him on a cart with his right leg fully extended and then transported him to the locker room and obviously to the medical facilities where they further examined that lower right leg. Heading into practice here on Thursday, it was very hot and humid again. Temperatures into the mid-90s, heat index near 100, very humid conditions, very sunny day here in downtown Cincinnati. Did that contribute to it? Zach Taylor after practice said he really wasn't sure one way or another, but he did Burrow, a black neoprene compression sleeve on that right calf, and that is the calf that he grabbed when he fell to the turf here on Thursday afternoon, about 90 minutes into training camp practice. But practice did go on as Trevor Siemian and Jake Browning both conducted and took their reps and finished out practice. So things don't stop when your star franchise quarterback goes down with injury. But after practice, obviously all of the thoughts and questions were about number 9, Joe Burrow, his status, how is he going to be going forward? Really, a lot of people asking questions that the Bengals teammates, physicians, head coach, they don't know right now. They have to wait on the test results. They have to see how Joe Burrow's lower right leg responds to all of this. He certainly made eye contact with Ja'Marr Chase, and Chase said afterward in the locker room that he gave him that look that makes him think that he'll be okay going forward. But again, we don't know at this point how much time Joe Burrow might miss, what kind of specific injury it is. Ted Karras said that he and DJ Reader were running parallel alongside the play, and there was a collective gasp when Joe Burrow pulled up injured on Thursday afternoon on that particular play. So again, Ted Karras sounded a very strong note of optimism, saying that he'll be okay, he'll be back. That is the way he is choosing to look at this injury situation. But the Bengals now obviously have to keep going and installing and getting their reps in and getting their physical conditioning in to get ready for the first preseason game. That'll be Friday, August 10th against the Green Bay Packers here at Paycor Stadium. Obviously, nobody is even thinking at this point about what the situation might be on September 10th when the Bengals take on the Cleveland Browns at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland in the 2023 season opener. But again, we really don't know a lot of the details about the specifics of the injury that happened to Joe Burrow here on Thursday afternoon. Just that many of the players, even the coaches, are trying to sound an optimistic tone that this is just a calf strain and nothing more serious than that. Obviously, Joe Burrow was asked on Wednesday in his first press conference of training camp how great it would be to actually have a training camp where he isn't battling COVID, where he isn't battling coming back from an ACL injury, where he isn't battling with appendicitis. 2 days into his 4th training camp, Thursday afternoon happened. Now he is dealing with a lower right leg injury. Well, stay tuned to clnsmedia.com. We'll have all of the updates. Stay tuned to my Twitter page at Trags, Trags, and of course my YouTube page where you can check out all of the video from Thursday afternoon, including Joe Burrow going to the ground, him getting tended to by medical personnel, being carted off, and all of the locker room reaction and comments from Zach Taylor. We'll have locker room reaction from Sam Hubbard, who, by the way, missed a couple of weeks in December with a calf injury himself. He said that if Joe Burrow just takes his time, he can get back from it. But again, he doesn't know the severity of the injury, and he was ready to acknowledge that on Thursday. But Ja'Marr Chase, Sam Hubbard, and Ted Karras all spoke, and Jake Browning all spoke Thursday after practice. You can catch all of that on my YouTube page at Jungle Roar Pod at YouTube.com. Some other notes here from Thursday afternoon. Yes, it was a very, very hot day. And before the injury, it was Joe Burrow firing a 60-yard touchdown pass to Jamar Chase in stride, beating Cam Taylor-Britt. And it was one of the best passes that Joe Burrow had completed over the first 2 days of training camp. Obviously, he had a nice pass to T. Higgins for a touchdown on the left sideline on day number 1. In terms of other injury news, Terrell Basham, the free agent edge linebacker that was signed in the offseason, he also left with what appeared to be a right leg injury. May have been a right hamstring issue. We don't know yet. Didn't get that update from Zach Taylor after Thursday's practice, so TBD on that as well. The Bengals be back at it here on what is expected to be an extremely hot day on Friday afternoon. Don't know if that practice will be moved indoors at this point or not. We'll have to wait and see. That word probably will come out either later Thursday night or on Friday morning. But the big news of the day, obviously, Joe Burrow going down with what appeared to be a lower right leg injury. We'll have updates on clnsmedia.com and on my Twitter page at Trags, Trags. Outside Paycor Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.